Hello everyone, my name is Smithy and welcome back to RuneScape for Dummies. Now, this episode we are going to be going through one of the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, Duke, Sucellus, Duke. Alright? The Grand Old Duke of York, he didn't have 10,000 men, but he does have 10,000 teeth. Because this boss, is what you would call in the UK a dentist's dream. But today we're going to be going through the boss, we're going to be going through the mechanics, we're going to be going through the gear setups, and we're going to be going through the whole ordeal of prepping for it and then fighting it. So first things first, let's go through how do we get here. Now we are over in... Great, it doesn't show you on the map, but what we're going to do the teleport to Vise, which drops you over here if you use the icy basalt, and then you'd run through, go down into the salt mines, follow it round, and then it would drop you out sort of around here. I've used the teleport on the Ring of Shadows, which is the Gorok dungeon. Now this is what you get for getting the frozen tablet from Duke. But yeah, to start off with, use the icy basalt one, teleport there. Better to set up the portal in your house, because if you're going to be doing a lot of KCs, it's an easy thing. And there's also a herb spot right there if you're an Iron Man, so happy days. Now, let's start going through our gear setup. Now, you might look at this and go, blimey, I don't have all of this stuff. I've only got a fighter torso. I've only got a Verax plate skirt, and that's fine. That's fine. Now, the main things here is that you want to bring an arc light or an ember light if you've managed to get the synapses and upgraded your arc light, because it is going to be weak to the arc light. I've then gone with my best in slot strength armor with the Blood Moon chest plate and my Bandos Tacits. I've got an Amulet of Rancor. Obviously, you can use a Torture or you can use a Fury. A Fury was what I was using before. I've only recently started using the Rancor. Best in slot cape, I've got a fire cape. I've got the Serp helm because of the strength bonus on it. I then got a Rada's Blessing, Dragon Defender, Barrow's gloves, Primordial boots. You can use Dragon boots, and I've got a Berserker ring imbued as well. All of this you can downgrade definitely, like a fighter torso. I mean, a fire cape, you probably at this point should have a fire cape if you're doing Desert Treasure 2. You could use a face guard, or you could use Slayer Helm. I've used Slayer Helm before here, and it works very well, especially if you're doing it on task, because I think you can get it on boss task. Now let's go through the inventory. I've got a spec weapon. I'm using my Void Waker. I find the Void Waker specs hit very well. You could use a Dragon Warhammer, or an Elder Maul. I find the Elder Maul doesn't hit that consistently here to warrant bringing it. You could bring a BGS, Dragon Claws, or you could just use the spec on the Arclight. That's perfectly fine as well. Just a weapon to kind of speed up your kills, do some DPS when you start off the fight. It's nice with a Void Waker because it's like a 50-50 on your specs. I dump one spec at the start, one spec near the end, and by the time I've gone and done all the prep again to go and fight Duke, I've normally got at least one spec back, and then I get a second one during the fight. It works out very well. Rest of the inventory, I've got a super combat pot, stamina potion. I would recommend bringing one of those. I've got 4 super restores, 5 anglerfish, just so I can overeat. Then I've got some cram ones so I can tick eat with my sharks. I use thralls, so I've got the Book of the Dead. I've then got my Ring of Shadows, which is my way of getting here. And then I've got my house tabs for telling in and out as well. Out for me, but it could be in for you if you've got the portal in your house. And then I've got my rune pouch, which has my thrall runes in, and I'll use the ghost thrall when I'm in there. But anyway, that's enough of me yapping. Let's run on down to Duke, which will be in the same spot that you fought them during Desert Treasure 2. So you should kind of know where you're going when you're coming back here if you've done the quest. Now we're going to go through the heavy door here. And we're going to run up to the gate. And in here is where Duke is going to be. Now, let's enter in, and we're going to have to do a little bit of prep to be able to fight Duke. So you can see I've got some tile markers here. These 2 tiles on either side are safe from the lights. You need to watch out for these little shadows that come on the floor that do a lightning strike, because it will hurt you. And then I've got the tile marked here for where I go and mine my salt. And then these 2 tiles over here are where I stand during the fight. It's where I'm running between. Yeah, so let's drop for food. and we'll get on with the prep. So you want to grab a pestle and mortar off the wall. You can bring it with you, but it means you just got a little bit less food. Now we're going to wait for a rotation of these lights to come through. All right, there we go. So let's run on through. We don't want to stand on the shadows or get caught on them. And then we're going to pick 2 mushrooms from the wall here. What these ones, the Ardor mushrooms. And then we're going to use our pestle and mortar and turn them into 12 powder. Now, I'm going to wait for another rotation to do its thing because I don't really want to get caught in it because you can get hit for like a 67 or something. I don't know if it's a percentage of your hit points, but yeah, you don't want to get hit by it and waste your food. Cool. Now that we're passing by here, I'm going to grab a pickaxe because we're going to need one of those. You can bring one with you, but again, you're just wasting slots in your inventory. All right, they've done a cycle of their light show, so let's run on through, and we're going to grab 2 of these musker. So I'm going to pestle and mortar. I'm going to drop my iron pickaxe here, grab another one. Cool. You can drop your pestle and mortar now, grab an iron pickaxe. And they've finished their light show, so I'm going to run on through quickly now. Nice. And then as I'm running past, I'm going to drop 6 in this fermentation vat. And I'm going to put 6 in this one as well. And then be careful when you're running over here because these vents, like you could just see here, they are active, so they can do damage to you. And you stand in that gas, you're going to get hit for a 10, a 10, an 11, a 12, a 10, 11. It's going to hurt you. So we've got 12 of this salt, which is what we need. I'm just going to wait to see if there's a rotation going. Yep. So if I had stepped out, I could have got hit by that. So let that do its thing, and then we're going to run on down. And I'm going to dump 6 in here. I'm going to wait for this to ferment. Then we're going to grab it. Going to run over here. Let that ferment. Grab it. And then I'm going to grab 2 of my food that's on the floor. I'm going to switch to my Void Waker. Going to turn my spec on. And we're going to run on over. Hit melee. Hit piety. And then we're going to stand over here. Summon my thrall. Now, what we're going to be doing... Actually, I'll turn my pro off now. What we're going to be doing is... forgot his name then. Duke is going to be stamping on the ground and summoning spikes. All right. So as he stamps and the spikes going down, we're going to attack and then step back inside. Attack, step back inside. It does have 2 kind of special attacks, inverted commas. The first one is it will open up its eye. So its mouth will open up and an eye will come out. Oh, fuck, I'm getting hit. Don't do that. It opens up its eye, a big eye will come up on screen, and you need to stay behind this pillar, because if you don't, you're going to get hit really, really hard. That's normally after, I think it's like 5 attacks of the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then, as its eye closes, you can then back and forth with a stamp. And then, I think it's 2 or 3 attacks later, it will then start blowing up these vents, which will then do the whole gas mechanic that you can see here. Now, when you get sub 50%, it will do 2 of these. So, when he goes to do the attack for the gas, we're going to be running over to the opposite side pillar. So, if he shot that one, we'd be running across. Now, if it was sub 50, he would do 1, and then he'd do 2. It starts on the side that you're on, and then goes to the middle, and then you can run across. That's mainly the mechanics. I mean, I'm going to show you a kill, so we can go through it together, and you can see what we're doing, why we're doing it, and I'll explain it as we go. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to heal up a little bit. I'm going to pop. I'm going to do my stamina. I'm going to resummon my thrall, and let's get into this. All right, here we go. Summon my thrall. We're going to use 1, put our prayers on, 2, and then as he comes, I'm going to spec, step inside, and now he's going to do our stamp. There we go. Now, you will take chip damage because RuneScape loves chip damage, pretty much. You see, as he stamps and the there's the eye mechanic, so you want to hang behind the pillar on that one. As you see that white kind of smoke, or dust, I should say, that's when you want to be clicking out to attack, and then stepping back inside instantly. So there we go, there is the gas, he shot the vent, and we're running across. And then we're out, step in, out, step in. He's doing his eye mechanics, we let him do that, let him get on with that. Step out, in, gonna do me prayer, out, in, And there we go. Because he's now sub 50, he's going to do 2 vents. And out. And out. Resummon my thrall. And out. There you go. There's his eye. Pops out. Hello, hello. Well, it's kind of nice with the Serp Helm as well. You'd have a chance of hitting poison damage as well. So I'm doing a little bit of chip myself. He might be chipping my health, but I'm chipping his. There we go. Step in, step out. Step in, step out. Step in, step out. And I'm going to hit him with a Void Waker spec that hopefully should finish off the kill. Bosh. There we go. Easy peasy. And we get some uncut diamonds for our troubles. Now, at the end of the kill, you don't want to hang around these vents because they are active still. So you want to run back out, you know, grab your food, maybe heal up a little bit, and get ready to go again. But yeah, that is Duke pretty much in a nutshell. I mean, this guide is mainly to get you going so you can start getting your KCs, or if you're going to do the quest, the quest version of this is even easier. So if you're stressing about Duke, do not worry. It is the easiest boss out of the DT2 bosses, in my opinion. Some people might disagree with that, but I think for the most part, yeah, Duke is the easiest. But yeah, I hope you guys found this guide useful. If you did and you're new around here, please do consider subscribing. Drop a like. Let me know in the comments if there's any bosses that you want to see me make more guides on, or if you want me to explain anything, please feel free to put them in the comments. And also join the Discord. We've got loads of really good resources for different bosses on there that you can go on. Tile markers, for example, you can import your tile markers. I've got a full guide on how you can import and export your ground tile markers on here as well. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, let you guys go, stay safe, and I'll see you all in a new video. Bye!